Okay, here we are again with Maighread Birdsong. I have some questions to ask. Hope you don't
Ask
mind.
away.
I'm just nosy like that. I know that the Wiccan celebration known as Samhain is coming soon. Do you have any plans?
Well, originally I had planned to do a ritual with some friends of mine, but it doesn't seem to be working out. It's kind of hard to find a place where you can have a big bonfire without everybody freaking out on you. So I've decided I'll probably do an online ritual through my Maighreads site where everyone is welcome to come. We'll do a typical ritual with calling the quarters and a blessing and of course an act of power, which I'll probably do channeling or maybe a seance. And we'll do some blessings and it'll be a fun time, even though it is online.
Okay, I know that in Wicca there are many types of divinations. What types of divinations do you perform?
Well, I've worked a lot on various kinds of divination, but the ones that I have a proficiency for is reading the tarot, reading runes, and channeling spirits or doing a seance. I also do Akashic Records reading, which is really pretty much what I enjoy doing most. The other forms of divination can be sort of hit or miss, but when you open up the Akashic Records, it's all there. And the truth comes out a lot easier than channeling various spirits or trying to interpret exactly what a particular card means in a particular position to a particular person.
Akashic Records. So am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
I haven't heard of that
Yes.
before. So what are those? How do you read them?
Well, Akashic Records, the word Akashic is Sanskrit and it means sky or heaven or ether. It's actually your life's records that are written out there in the plane of consciousness where we're not always aware of. But it keeps a record of each individual soul's lives, past, present, and future. And they can be accessed with various prayers and meditations. Basically, I say a set of given prayers, open them up in someone's name, whoever has requested it, or whoever I'm reading for, and then I ask a pre-prescribed set of questions that's given to me by my client, and ask those questions of the Akashic Records. I'm given the answers, and if I'm doing a reading where they're there with me, I just verbalize whatever I'm being told, or if I'm doing a distance reading, I just put my hands on the keyboard and type up whatever comes to me and answer their questions that way. It's one thing that I enjoy about doing these readings is that the truth comes out. You do have to be careful what questions you ask. You don't always get a real clear answer. Like, let's say you ask, what was my life like in a past life? Well, it might tell you what your life was like, but you're going, well, how can I trace this when you didn't tell me what my name was? Well, you didn't ask me what the name was. You have to be really precise. It's like going to the library and looking up different things. If you don't know exactly what you're looking up, you're not going to get the right answers. But I do enjoy the Akashic Record reading, and I get a lot of good responses from people that I've done readings for. So I would have to say that I'm really very proficient at doing Akashic Records readings. Although I have done tarot and rune readings for many years, I prefer the Akashic Records reading because it's more immediate and it works out a lot better rather than having to decide what a particular card means in a certain position to a different client. A card in a tarot reading doesn't always mean the same thing in one position as it would in another. So, that's kind of subjective, but the Akashic Records, there's no subjective to them. They're just straight out forward.
So how can a person get such a reading?
All you have to do is contact me through one of my sites like Maighread or Healing Wings. I do 5 free readings a month where I will answer any 3 questions from the first 5 people who ask me. And I'll put your name on the list, and I'll need 3 questions and your legal name so I can access the records, and then I'll type that up and send it to you in whatever month. I've already done my 5 for October and have a list going for next month. But I am soon to be putting a PayPal button option on my Maighread site, and that way I'll be able to answer more questions and do it a little bit more thoroughly when I can read the records more accurately and more fully for people, because, you know, I do need to get paid for the time, but I will set a very modest rate, I'm sure.
The Beyond Natural show airs every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Are there any updates that you may wish to share?
Oh, sure. My interview will be airing November 23rd at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so be sure to tune in. But they're also looking for some more gurus to interview on subjects like preternatural, mythology, UFOlogy, and lots of others. So if you tune into the show, you'll be able to hear the whole list that Laundra goes through. We call it the Laundra list, that asks people to come and show off their knowledge and perhaps get interviewed for the show.
Is there any new news about United Paranormal International?
Well, it is growing by leaps and bounds every day, and we have a big presence on Facebook, so you can find us there too. We've got nearly 2,000 members and growing. It's really a great place to find anything out about the paranormal issues, even UFOs or lost lands, or even just basic mythology from all around the world. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening on UPI, and I'd like to invite you all to join us.
Maighread Birdsong, I really love your poetry, and I really hope we can get you to do one of those before we finish this video today. I'm kind of hoping, have you ever wrote about unicorns?
Yes. One of my very first poems that I wrote was called The Unicorn. It goes like this. Lazing in a field of grass, I came upon a silly ass. Is this your home? He said to me. I cried aloud, this cannot be. What cannot be? He questioned later. I said to him, you are a satyr. Yes, a satyr I've been since I was born, and you, my sweet, are a unicorn. Running to a pond near a field of daisies, I said to him, you must be crazy. I am, he said. Just look and see. I cried aloud, this cannot be. For as I looked into the water, I did not see the farmer's daughter. Reflections on the water soon had borne the striking figure of a unicorn, the symbol of the ancient land of Atlantis. The satyr turned into a praying mantis, the unicorn to a butterfly, the field of grass into the sky. Lazing in a field of grass, we find in time all things will pass. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and keep watching because I got a lot of neat stuff coming up.